Presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo says 2 U.S. senators are coming from either absolute ignorance or shameful bias. United States Senators Patrick Leahy and Richard Durbin have called on the administration of President Rodrigo Duterte to release Senator Leila de Lima immediately or provide a fair, credible trial for her. Durbin also said on Tuesday that the Philippine government should stop the threat of retaliatory visa restrictions against U.S. citizens, saying it is an insult to the Filipino-American community and the country's democracy. Panelo reiterates their demand for de Lima's release from detention is a brazen interference into our sovereignty. On December 20, U.S. President Donald Trump signed his country's 2020 budget law that contained a provision where Philippine officials involved in de Lima's detention will be banned from entering the United States. The Duterte administration responded by barring Leahy and Durbin from entering the Philippines. The fourth iteration of martial law in Mindanao lapsed at 11:59 p.m. Tuesday, December 31. This ends 2.5 years of heightened military tension on the country's southern main island. But military spokesman Edgar Arevalo adds the state of national emergency on account of lawless violence is still in effect in case isolated incidents of violence and lawlessness erupt in Mindanao. Officials earlier said the security situation in the region has improved a lot since the ISIS-affiliated Maute group laid siege to Marawi City in Lanao del Sur. A recent survey of private poster social weather stations reveals 65% of Filipinos wanted martial law in Mindanao to end on December 31. The last and final tranche of the excise tax hike on fuel products under the Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion or TRAIN law takes effect on Wednesday, January 1. Under the final tranche, excise tax for gasoline and kerosene will increase by 1 peso per liter, while diesel prices will go up by 1.5 pesos. Prices for other oil products will also increase by 1 peso. The last tranche brings the excise tax hike on most fuel products to a total of 10 pesos per liter since TRAIN law was passed in 2017. Under the Energy Department's guidelines, companies are required to maintain a minimum inventory equivalent to a 15-day supply of petroleum products. The new fuel prices should only be in effect once the old stocks are replenished. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un declares an end to moratoriums on nuclear and intercontinental ballistic missile tests. He also threatens a demonstration of a new strategic weapon soon. Analysts say the declaration amounts to Kim putting a missile to Donald Trump's head, but add it would probably backfire. In response, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo urges Kim to take a different course, stressing the United States wants peace, not confrontation with the North. The North implemented a self-imposed ban on tests in light of improved diplomacy between Pyongyang and Washington over the past 2 years, which has seen 3 meetings between Kim and U.S. President Donald Trump. Negotiations between the two sides have been largely deadlocked since the breakup of their Hanoi summit in February. In September 2019, the North fired missiles capable of reaching the U.S. mainland and carried out 6 nuclear tests. But Trump says he believes Kim will stick to his commitments on denuclearization. An entire decade and movie franchise arc just ended, and actor John Boyega isn't holding back. Boyega, who plays Finn in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, pokes fun and throws shade at the romance or lack of it between 2 lead characters in the recently concluded trilogy, that of Rey and Kylo Ren. Boyega posted on Twitter screenshots of 4 scenes featuring Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver. He tweets Star Wars romance including a kiss, side-eye, and smiling emoji. The scenes show Kylo interrogating Rey, and of the 2 dueling. Boyega's joke reflects sentiments of some Star Wars fans that romance was in short supply in the 3rd installment of the trilogy. John Boyega trended both in the Philippines and worldwide as a result.